Hi everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today we are at Nathan's place and we're doing a little fishing today. So far nothing's biting, but it's early in the evening and we may be able to catch something here in a little bit. So we are going to talk about today, you know, Nathan, the last couple of weeks I've been trying a lot of different tobaccos because I wanted to pick something for our tobacco tasters. And so I have a lot of tobaccos for us to try, and this is one of them that I don't think I want to do for tobacco tasters, but I thought might be a good one to just do our impressions on.
Okay.
This one is Kramer's New Mix. Now, as you know, we've done Kramers before. We've done Kramer's Father Dempsey. We've done Kramer's Danny Kaye. We've done Kramer's Cary Grant. And Danny Kaye and Father Dempsey, for me, are pretty good ones. I like them.
They were really, really good. Really smoky.
So we're going to talk about this one a little bit. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So first of all, it is a Kramer's blend. You get this in bulk or you can get it in 2-ounce tins. I got this from smokingpipes.com. It's an English blend, and it contains Latakia, Oriental Turkishes, Perique, and Virginias. It is currently available, and the strength on this is about a moderate to a medium. The taste on this one is a medium, and everything else, it's a ribbon cut, and it doesn't have any flavoring. So start off with, before you loaded your pipe, you got a chance to kind of sniff it a little bit. What did you think about the tin note on this one?
So it's a good English tin note. And the only reason I say English tin note is because there's some Latakia in there, but it's a very smoky Latakia. Not an incredibly, got one?
I had a nibble there.
not a very strong scent, like pirate cake is, where it's just like a lap balm or something like that. It's a very smooth, inviting, kind of a barbecue tanginess to it.
I actually think this has more Orientals in it than it does Latakia. I'm with you on this. I get a smokiness, a woodiness, an earthiness, a little bit of a mustiness on this one. The Virginias come through just a little bit with a sweetness and a little bit of hay, but for the most part, it's a standard English scent to me. Yeah, that's what I'm getting on this one. The Periques, I don't smell those so much. I think they're going to have something a little more play in the taste than in the tin note.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
We'll see when we start talking about that. You got anything else you want to talk about on the tin note?
I just haven't really smoked an English or an English style blend or a Balkan blend in a very long time. So I will say that this was a very inviting tin note after being out of the Latakia Oriental game for so long.
And really all I've been smoking in the last month or so has been Balkans. That's another topic I want to talk about at some point. I really feel like we as tobacco pipe smokers have a tendency to go out and just try all sorts of things, knowing that we already have something that we really, really like, but we're just crazy and we go out and buy all these other tobaccos and we don't smoke the things that we really love.
Yeah.
And so for the last month, that's all I've been doing is just smoking my plum pudding special reserve, and my HH Latakia flakes.
Yep.
And it just brought me back. It kind of refocused, recentered my flavors, and kind of got me back on track with everything.
Yep.
I was experiencing some serious tongue burn and some things, and I was just tired of it, so I went back to it. But anyway, okay, let's talk about the flavors that we're getting on this one.
I'm getting a lot of Kia on this, and I don't know if it's because I haven't smoked Latakia in a very, very long time, or if it's quite possibly because that's what's the predominant mixture in this blend. But it seems to be a very soft, mature, and I think those Orientals and the slight pepperiness that I'm getting in there is really tampering down the whole smoke. And it's a pleasant smoke. I still haven't found one from Kramers that I don't dislike.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting mostly a peppery Oriental taste on this one, and I think that's where the Periques are coming in too.
Yep.
Is that peppery kind of flavor? I wish it had more Latakia in it because I don't really get a whole lot of the Latakia. I get a touch of that smokiness and that mustiness and that woodiness, but most of what I get is that vegetal, floral spiciness from the Orientals.
Yep.
And a little bit from the Perique, that pepperiness. I hardly taste any of the Virginias. I'm not getting a big sweetness or anything like that. Just mostly the Orientals. It's got a little bit of a mouth creaminess to it. But to me, the flavor on this one is pretty one-sided. I don't get a whole lot of different spectrums, especially with this having 4 different types of tobaccos in it.
Yeah.
I'm really getting 1, maybe 2 of the tobaccos kind of shining through, so I'm not getting a whole lot of that.
That's kind of where I'm at. Is I get some good Latakia, some good Oriental flavors, but all the other guys seem to be in the background. They're not really shining through that much, which as a palate changer for me, that's kind of pleasant because now I'm not getting the same flavors just with a different topping or something, so I am enjoying it. The predominant flavor I get in here is that Latakia.
Yeah, for me, it's not their best one. I'm not knocking Kramers, but this is not number 1 on my list. I really like the Danny K much better than this one. I like the Father Dempsey much.
Father Dempsey was really
much better than this one. This is not.
Fish on.
All right, you got one. Oh, it just spit it out. What are you fishing with?
A beetle spinner jig.
I'm using a chartreuse and orange rooster tail. I'm hoping that'll get something. It worked a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah?
But, things change out here. Who knows? All right, well, what do you think about the room note on this?
Well,
I know we're outside, but what are you getting mostly?
This one is a very pleasant room note. To me, it smells a little bit like a campfire. A little bit of a campfire smell to it, I think. And that's just from when I can catch the wind draft from what you're smoking, and every now and then what I exhale. And that would be the most, is that smoky kind of campfire smell. I think it's a very pleasant room note. Some people would consider it tolerable because it is quite, Latakia is quite a room cleanser. That's when your smokers are coming in, and the Latakia starts hitting the room, and that's when you guys who are just learning, have to put away their vanilla cream and all that other stuff because the Latakia is gonna win.
Yeah, I would consider this tolerable for most, just all right for some, and there's nothing special about the room note. It's mostly what you would expect out of a medium leveled English blend. So there's not a whole lot. You got something?
God damn it.
You're not going to get any surprises out of this one.
Yeah.
Moisture level on this one to me was moist.
Yeah.
And I bought this. I didn't buy this in the tin. I bought this in bulk, which I expected to be a little drier than it was.
Yep.
But it was it was a little moist, and I think it could do with a little bit of drying to help the flavor profile, because I think that's part of the reason why I'm not real hip on all the flavors I'm getting out of this, is because it might be a little too moist.
Yeah.
If I was to dry it out, it'd probably be better. And I've tried this in several different pipes, and in every pipe I also get almost a numbness on my tongue.
Yep.
With this blend.
Yep.
It's almost like what a menthol cigarette would do to you. I can't explain it. It's just very, very strange. And I've gotten it every single time I've smoked this.
Yeah, that numbness is now that you mention it and you talk about it, I'm really getting that too, just right at the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, that's the same thing with me, and it's really kind of deadening the possibilities of tasting any of the other flavors.
Yeah.
And I think that might have something to do with that as well. So, yeah, for me, this is just an okay blend. There's nothing special about it. If you get on Smoking Pipe's website and look at the description on this, you know, there was some big actors back in the day that used to smoke this.
This blend?
Yeah, this blend. I mean, they call it their new blend, their new mix, but I'm not convinced it's that new. It's probably new. It was new back in the 60s or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, this got a love-hate relationship online.
Yeah.
People either love it or hate it. It got either a lot of stars or hardly any stars. So, you know, it just goes to show how different people's palates are.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, as far as price goes, the bulk price on this is fantastic. It was like $2.93.
Oh, wow.
So the price on this, and also of the other bulks from Kramers, really good prices, you know.
Yep.
So I would recommend that people at least try it. Buy an ounce or two. Try it, see what you think. You know, you may find one in that selection of Kramer's tobaccos that you really, really like at a really, really good price. So that's my suggestion. But for me, this is not a really great blend for me, especially with all those strong flavored Balkans that I smoke.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, and Kramers has a really good lineup as is, and this one just doesn't seem to be a part of that top tier lineup. Everybody talks about the mix for Cary Grant, Father Dempsey. At least to me, that's what I seem to see. And this is the first time I'd heard about this blend from them. So I like it, but
Yeah.
I'm not a Balkan English smoker. So this is a nice middle of the run for me.
Well, what would you give it?
Well, new try, first taste, I would say I'd give it a good 3. It's got some good flavor to it. It's definitely a pleasant change of pace. There are sometimes I'll pull out an English blend or a Balkan blend that isn't plum pudding, and man, it ruins my taste bud for a smoke for the rest of the night. And you know, that's why I always experiment with my English blends that I have right at the end of the day. Like, this is the last smoke of the day, because you know, I might not taste anything afterwards.
Well, if I had to choose a rating, I would probably give this a 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not a really
You got me shitting.
out there. Well, you're off camera now. Be careful. You got one? A little bitty bass. Very nice.
There we go.
Well, to finish what I was saying, I'm going to give it a 2.5. It's just nothing special about it. It's not going to be something that I add to my rotation. As a matter of fact, I'll be looking to give this one away.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's not going to be something that I smoke. I've got too many other Englishes that are just really great smokes. And for me to just say, well, I'll have an average smoke today,
Yeah.
is not my thing. So,
Well, and that's, yeah, I guess that's where it's different.
yeah. So between your 3 and my 2.5, what do you want to do? You want to bump it up or bump it down?
Well, Kramers has always been good to us, so let's just go ahead and round it up for Kramer's sake.
All right. Well, I'll do that. Although I think you're a little generous, but okay. So guys, for Kramer's new mix, we're going to give it 3 shots. So there are a lot of Kramer's blends that are at a really good price, gang, that you can. Oh, fish on.
Yep, that's, look, one for you, one for me.
Yeah, that you can really just spit it out. That you can really go out and try for a really good price, and I would suggest that you do that. Couple of things. Don't forget that the Chicago show is coming up real quick. I'll be there. Look for me. I've got some samples to give out to everyone. I'm going to be spending some time walking the floor, and some time I'll be spending at the Turbo Tin booth, so you can catch me there. Also, our next Tobacco Tasters episode is going to be May 23rd, and it is 4th generation Eric Stokeby Afternoon Melange.
Ooh.
So if you want to sample that along with us, make sure that you get yours. It's a really good price, a bulk rate, and you can still get it. You still got enough time to get some before we air that episode. So anyway, guys, man, fishing is it, man. We love being out here. We love fishing. This is a good way for us to wind down and talk to each other and share our experiences for the day or for the week and have a bowl together. And I hope you guys get a chance to do that as well. Guys, have a great week. Don't forget,
Make all your piping moments count.
we'll see you next time. Have a great week.